Hey there, this is Mr. Craftivist, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe and like button at the end of the video, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a couple Tree of Life pendants, and I'm just going to go through it. I watched a tutorial on an advanced version, and that's what I'll be showing you that I made today. This video itself is not going to be a tutorial, but I'm going to show you what I did from watching a tutorial. So a DIY video. So it'll be interesting if you just follow through. It's not a long video, so you'll get the gist of what I did and what was created out of watching other people's videos. So stay tuned and here we go. So before I start, I want to give a special shout out to this special person, and you know who you are. You're making this video possible, and I'm looking forward to making some great work for you on your special order. So thank you very much. Love you. Alright, let's get to this. So the wire I used was 18 gauge silver German wire. It's crafting wire I got at Michael's, and also a few spools of 24 gauge wrapping wire and some chip beads. They had a great special. I went crazy and bought a couple. Alright, let's get started. And the first one, I'm going to show you two different versions of a Tree of Life pendant. The first one was a slightly different wrap than the second one, so if you see me switching back and forth in video, I combined the two recordings to make one full video. So I'll explain the wraps when we get there. Okay, we're already there in that part of the video. Anyway, so the first wrap, and I'm going to be totally brutally honest on wire crafting. It's not as easy as some of these DIY videos look. It does take a lot of practice, so if you like crafting and you're patient, it's you gotta be patient. You're gonna make mistakes that you think are mistakes, but at the end result you can always fix them up and nobody even knows that the mistakes are there. It just looks like something natural. But the first wrap anyway is 3x2. So I took two 18-inch, not 18-inch, but two 18 gauge wires, put them side by side and started my wrap. I wrapped the top one. I'm using two for the base. It's more of a, I wouldn't say too much more sturdy, but the design is a lot more advanced. When you get through with a piece, you'll see what I mean at the end of the video. But it's an advanced version of the D.I.Y tutorial I watched. So the top one I wrapped twice, and then the bottom one I came around and wrapped it 3 times, and went the length of the circle that I wanted to create. And I just used a water bottle because I didn't have like a mandel or anything. So you can use anything around your house that you find. I happen to have like a water bottle there, and it was about the size I wanted, so it turned out to be 2.5 to 3 inches. And so you can be creative in your crafting and be creative on what you use for your crafting, and that's what I like to do. So my first one was a 3x2 wrap, and the second one was a 4x2 wrap. And the reason why I switched it is because when I was doing the first pendant and wiring in the branches, I was snapping the limbs because it was too tight. So also be aware that when you're doing this, you can tighten them too tight. So when I tried to stick the wire through the middle of the frame, it would go through, and then when I pulled it tight, it would like scratch itself. And then when I would bend it around the frame, that's where I had the problems. I'd bend it around the frame and try to put it through a second time, and every time I was doing that, I would kink the wire. And once I kinked the wire, the wire became real fragile. So when I tried to pull it through like the second and third wrap, it would actually snap the wire from being kinked. So keep that in mind when you're working. You want to keep a looser wrap, not too loose to where it's going to fall off, but just loose enough to be able to fit your wires through without scratching or kinking. Alright, here we go on the bail. Now the bail I had a little bit of an issue with trying to get them secured, but basically what I did is I took the long side of one of the 24 gauge wires that I left a big tail on the left side when I was doing the initial weave, and I used that to weave in and out of the start of the bail. That'll keep it secure. Being it was my first time doing this design, it took me a while. It took me a good 3 hours to do one pendant. So yeah, 3 hours to do a pendant. The second one took me about the same time because I did a different wrap. I did the 4x2 instead of the 3x2 to give myself a little more space. And the bail is a little difficult, to be honest, but just keep at it. You'll get better, like I am, and every time I do one I get better, just like the trees I make. So the narration of this video is kind of a fun one for me because you get to actually hear my trials and tribulations of my art crafting. It's, you know, not always perfect. I do have difficulties at times, but that's all a learning process, and I enjoy sharing that. And you know, every piece doesn't come out perfect the first time. It's like anything you do in life. You're gonna have to keep on at it. Never give up. That's the big thing. And I like to tell people, never give up on whatever you do in life. I want to thank you all for joining me and watching my video on emulating do-it-yourself tutorials of Tree of Life pendants. I have a link in my watch playlist under tree pendants if you'd like to see the actual video I watched before I made this, and you can check that out. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell for further videos. I'll be posting at least 1 to 2 a week. So look forward to those. I'll be doing other crafting projects. It's not going to just be trees and pendants, but I'll be doing like little model buildings in the near future. So look forward to those. Thanks again for watching. In the left-hand corner of the screen, click on that video to enter the drawing. Don't forget, we've only got a couple days left. Watch the video, comment on the video, and you're entered into the drawing for the free gift. You gotta watch to see what it is. So we'll see you on the next video, and keep on crafting.